Some have taken issue with your strategy in the US. They say that you started with rolling out your more expensive model, which is contrary to what other automakers have done, which is going with a cheaper range and building up on that. Was that a mistake? On hindsight, would you have done it differently?
We are not positioning VinFast as a cheap brand, but a reasonably priced brand. Our goal is to make good cars at reasonable prices, rolling out cheap prices or higher prices depending on their stage of development. Now we have completed the development of a full portfolio of models, and step by step, we will roll them out in the US market.
So talk to us about the rollout you have in mind. What will come out next in the US market?
In terms of business, we are pushing strongly to develop our dealership network and increase the number of showrooms to bolster our sales. In terms of marketing, we will opt to market direct to customers. We will invite potential customers to come and try our cars so they have their own experience and enough information to make their decisions.
But can you quantify the targets for us? By end of the year, what's the target for you in terms of sales and revenue, for instance? And for the next 3 to 5 years, what do you envision?
Last year, revenue from the U.S. market was $6.4 million. This year, we expect the sales to grow 30 to 40-fold, and we expect to sustain the strong growth pace in the next 5 years.
VinFast has been spreading its footprint. You've said that Asia is a priority. You have operations in Indonesia, in India. Are plans on track in Asia right now?
We are even ahead of the scheduled plan, and we are still trying to push for that. The Indian factory will be open next year, in the first half of next year.
And speaking of India, we know that you met with Adani, Mr. Adani himself, both in Vietnam as well as in India. Anything coming up, any partnership we should know? Is there anything you can share from the conversations you've had with him?
We have been actively building a partnership. We have been trying to find ways to develop the relationship with them.
How important do you think the Indian market would be for you?
In the future, India will be a very important market, given its large population and speed of growth. India will become a very attractive market.
So it would be the biggest Asian market for you?
Definitely.
How far are you willing to go? You've already invested $2 billion of your personal money to grow VinFast. How much more are you willing to invest in the company personally?
Until I run out of money.
How much more is that?
I'm still working every day to earn money for VinFast, but I think it won't be long. There will come a time when we won't need to raise VinFast anymore.
So you're confident that growth is coming soon enough?
VinFast will reach the break-even point and be able to stand on its own feet.
Mr. Vuong, you have a strategy in place, you have targets in place, and investors are well aware of the VinFast story. Yet when you take a look at your stock in the US, they've slumped 95% since the peak in August through the SPAC listing. What is it that investors are not getting? What are they misunderstanding about the company and the company's growth strategy that they're selling down your stock?
I think basically investors are lacking in information. Secondly, VinFast is still developing and has many changes that investors may not be aware of, or they know about it, but they don't understand, or understand but don't like us yet. Also, our business results are still not good yet, resulting in the up and down of the share price. But we don't care much about share prices at this time. In view, the share price will reflect the true value of the company, so now we focus on growing the company. Gradually, the share price will reflect that, and now we don't care much about the fluctuations of the share prices.